right, you don't have to catch it on the middle of the face every time. That's on the middle of the dance floor, and a birdie putt coming up. 11 feet away. So the birdie not to be, and she'll brush that in for her par. Getting set to tee off on this par 3. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now, from the apron, a second to the par 3.
Well, it is a game of touch. And there's evidence right there when your touch is out. What a difference it makes. That ball went a long way past.
Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. Even par early on. Getting ready for hole number 4. Yeah, not sure if that was a mishit or just a miscalculation, but that comes up well short and is into the hazard. A third shot. One over for the day. Looking for one good clean strike of the golf ball here at the par 3. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Looking now at her second to this par 3. this from about 10 feet. Nope. Well, not to be. Okay, that one finished off, but it is a double bogey. Now at the 6th hole. And that's going to wind up in the back portion of the green, so maybe one club too many there. A look here at birdie.
It's a combination of break and speed demanded with this putt, right to left down a steep slope. Got to be careful.
What a stroke there, and a most unexpected birdie. Settling in, hoping for a good one here at the par 3. That one unable to hold the green. It'll come back into the fairway. Now from short range, a second. I don't think we'll be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight, Frank, but all in all, that's not too bad.
Yeah, not bad, but not great, so not bad.
So close to a birdie, but she'll be left shaking her head as she finishes that for a par. On to the 8th hole. No, that needed much more behind it than he had got, and it comes up well short and into the hazard protecting the front of this par 3. So now she'll take her drop and get set here to play her third. All right, good line there. That is a bogey, however, as that score will drop to +3 for the round. Par 3 tee shot needs to be precise. That one safely on the putting surface. Okay, little 2-footer for birdie, not a problem, and that was well played. Frank, you know what, I think about it. What is it we actually do? And it occurred to me at one. EA Sports is proud to bring you coverage of PGA Tour golf. Today from 17 Mile Drive on the Monterey Peninsula.
You have an Xbox.
Pebble Beach Golf Links. Rich Lerner, so pleased to be joining you here today, and by my side in the tower, as always, is Frank Nobilo. And Frank, when I
join my server
over the Monterey Peninsula toward the Pacific Ocean, I always think this is what they mean when they sing "From Sea to Shining Sea." Pebble Beach never does disappoint.
It has to be on everybody's wish list. I don't really care what level of your standard of play is. The best players in the world want to play here, and I have friends really that just took up the game, for example, like a year ago, and that's always where they want to go. Can I get a round at Pebble Beach?
What's it called?
And that one too close to the edge, and it's going to wind up falling into the bunker. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Nota Begay III.
Poor tee shot to start the day, now forced to get some elevation on this and a little left to right spin in order to find the green.
Now, that's actually a pretty good shot, really. I know that's not exactly close to the hole, but out of the fairway bunker, safely on deck.
A lot of movement on this putt left to right. I think the idea here is just to get it inside sort of a 3-foot circle. Next one's tracking on a very good line. Look out. Oh, dude, that. Never mind lagging one up there. That was it with a perfect amount of pace. Climbed up the slope and disappears for birdie. Gotta love it. 507-yard par 5 second is not the most picturesque nor the hardest hole here at Pebble Beach, but it is one where you want to focus. You want to assess the risk factors involved here, particularly on that second shot. And most definitely, you want to come away here with a 4. If you don't, you feel like you left one out there. That one going to be in great shape. So following the birdie at 1, a solid drive here at the second. Yeah, mission accomplished. On into, didn't fly it all the way there, but got enough release and good shape. Here's what's left, 23 feet now for eagle. The speed was right what you want, but the eagle putt doesn't go down. So not much more than a tap in there for birdie, and what a start. 2 under through 2 holes.
Well, Frank, here we are at the third. Severe dog leg left, and I'm just curious how much of that dog leg the big hitters might think about chewing off.
Rich, the game has changed so much. If there's a hint of a breeze behind, I mean, really, have a crack at it with a driver. It's about 350 yards, really, to the front edge of the green. But if not, you've got to negotiate those 3 bunkers on the right side. And, well, depending on what club you want to have to head off the tee, decide which one of those bunkers you want to aim at.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole.
So a slightly elevated green, deep bunkers on both sides. Frank, what's the trick here on the second shot?
Well, if you're going to go sort of right of the flag here, Rich, then you've got to know the carry on those first of the 2 bunkers on the right side. You really don't want to mess with those because they have some deep lips.
And this going to wind up on the fringe and not particularly close either. Bit of a misstep there from a pretty good number.
Ten-foot putt left.
Got it there, but not quite on target. one in early going. With Stillwater Bay on the right, this is Pebble's picturesque 333-yard par 4 fourth. Tee shot could be anything from long iron to driver, but beware of the 9 bunkers surrounding the fairway and green. She started this one a bit to the left. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Aggressive play off the tee pays off, ball sitting nicely in the fairway, and a very good chance to get it in tight.
Okay, on the putting surface, but work to do from there. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, this has got a good chance because we're going slightly up a hill with just a little bit of break. Makeable.
Nearly had it. Just going to wander a foot or so by. So the birdie not to be, and she'll brush that in for her par.
First par 3 of the round, and Frank, I'm reminded of the great history that Jack Nicklaus has here at Pebble Beach, and that goes well beyond what he did as a player.
Well, that's for sure. And we know his playing credentials, but he won the second of his 2 U.S. amateurs here in 1961. Actually said that was the best he ever hit the golf ball, but his legacy really as a designer, you see right here in front of you. I never got to play the old 5th hole, which is further left, but this is an absolute beast. It plays around 190 yards, very narrow green, and that is a cliff on the right, believe me.
This going to be her second shot now at the par 3. Safely in there. It's back-to-back pars here at 4 and 5. Well, this is where the excitement starts to build early in a round at Pebble Beach. I know it's the 6th, but you're coming into possibly one of the greatest stretches in all of golf. This is a 498-yard par 5, goes up the hill, Pacific Ocean in the distance, chance to make an eagle here, and chance to feel really good about where you're headed. this is tugged way left. Ooh, and that is going to wind up missing the target by a good margin, and that will be no bargain in there. Second shot coming up. Notice down there.
Wild tee shot to the left of the fairway bunkers. Good news is that the water down the right is somewhat out of play. The bad news is can you get enough club on it to get it to the right level?
I really like her golf swing, and that's another good shot. She should be happy with that one.
Now this for birdie.
Now, Rich, I've been in there, I've taken a good look at this one, and I'm not seeing a lot in it. Up the slope, not a great deal of break. Confident roll required.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. So close to a birdie, but she'll be left shaking her head as she finishes that for a par.
Frank, there are certain spots in sport that kind of steal your breath. Starter skate at the Kentucky Derby, home plate at Fenway Park, maybe top of the hill if you ski at Kitzbühel, 7th tee at Pebble Beach. Absolutely is one of those special places.
Just over 100 yards, Rich. It's the ultimate, piece of cake. Where that's what it looks like, but then you try and taste it, and you want a little more, and then you realize that you've just bitten off more than you can chew.
Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Frank, given how short this hole is, almost an unforgivable sin to miss the green. But there is redemption. Tom Kite demonstrated that on his way to winning the 1992 U.S. Open.
Yes, this very hole was actually the turning point. His round was slipping away, and he managed to miss those 6 greenside bunkers, which you'd think would be a blessing, but it was thick rough on that left side just past the flag. Pulled out his trusty sand eye, had a little chop at it, and the rest is history. He made 2 and went on to win his first and only major championship.
Wow, even though that'll be a bogey, that is about as good as you can do right there.
That ball took a peek at the hole. Excellent shot.
No problem with that one. Now to one of the most picturesque par 4s in the world, the 8th hole here at Pebble Beach. Jack Nicklaus, who won the U.S. Open here, called it simply the greatest second shot to a par 4 anywhere in the world. And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass.
Just think about it. You've got to cover nearly 2 football fields of distance and get it inside 5 feet. You wouldn't think that's possible.
Oh, yes. Very well read. To 100 now for the day.
Frank, you might be tempted to just stare off at the Pacific Ocean. It's right there. But you'd also better have your focus on what is one of the more challenging par fours in the game.
Yeah, this stretch, 8, 9, 10, demands just not just concentration, but really great shots. The tee shot here has to be struck absolutely flush down that left side. And the reason why, if you look closely, is this fairway, just everything moves to the right. So if you sort of pitch it in the middle of the fairway or the right-hand side of the fairway, it's going to go in the rough and leave you a really difficult second shot. So a great drive here is rewarded.
And that one not quite able to hang on. It's into the bunker. Second shot upcoming, down to Noda.
Ball did just find the fairway bunker down the left. Now a lot of really poor options. Angle to the green is shut off, and the front is protected by a deep bunker.
Given the choice, most players would rather play from the green grass versus the white sand.
Yeah, there was no advantage to try and take that much more out of that fairway bunker. Couldn't reach the green. That's a smart play.
Now a 7-footer.
Got that up too high, and he didn't want to come back. So she'll tap that in for her bogey here at the 9th, and that will mean it's an even par score of 35 on this front side. Hope you're enjoying this little stroll along Carmel Bay, and the golf is as good as the view. This 10th hole is 444 yards. I would tell you that it is the widest fairway at Pebble Beach. It is, but it doesn't feel that way because of the way it slopes left to right. And if you're not careful, this one can get away from you and head toward that Pacific. Gonna work this up that left-hand side. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. From the fairway, Noda, her second coming up.
She's left herself with 147 yards to the hole, coming off a bogey on the previous hole. Got to get it back here.
It might have been perhaps a little conservative, but right in the heart of the green.
Yes, nicely done. It's in for birdie. And it's into red figures now at 1 under par.
Well, this is where Pebble Beach changes significantly. We're going away from the Pacific Ocean now, up the hill toward the forest. Frank, what do you think of the 11th hole?
It's tricky, Rich. Number one, because it's blind, as you've detailed, but uphill and it's sea level, so that tee shot's not going to go that far. There is a run out down that left side, just inside the tree line there. That's about 308 yards, but you're not going to go that far. So really, you have to respect this hole. Just hit a fairway finder.
So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away.
Maybe a little too pumped up there. That just flew past the flag, but still an outside chance for a birdie.
And now we arrive at the 202-yard par 3 12th. Best to work the ball right to left, landing as softly as possible on one of the firmest greens at Pebble Beach. Solid shot, and sometimes solid throughout the round, will win the day. A very makeable 8-footer for birdie. Yes, a good look at that one all the way in. It's a birdie that pushed that score to 3 under for the round.
Well, this par 4 13th hole doesn't show up on a lot of postcards the way, say, the 8th hole would. But, Frank, this is a legitimate and challenging par 4, isn't it?
It certainly is, Rich. 400 yards, but it plays longer than that by virtue of being uphill. But the addition of those 3 bunkers in on the right side have certainly shrunk the width of this fairway. Plus, it still tips from the right side to the left side. And you've got an uphill second shot. So, I've seen everything here. 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, you name it.
Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. This Nota, her second from the fairway.
On the number at 150 yards to the front, 157 to the hole. Coming off a birdie on the previous, looking for 2 in a row.
Now, a very conservative approach shot. It's a safe side of the green, but as we can all attest, a long way from the hole.
Nope, that's going to be short, and that is hardly no stress from there. I'd overread it just a bit, and it stayed out wide left of the hole. Well, in the world of professional golf, there are very few legitimate three-shot par fives left. This 582-yard par 5 14th at Pebble Beach is one of those holes. It is all you want. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5. Just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
That's an aggressive layup, really trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's 2 good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
That might have been okay if it stayed in that thinner rough, but I think this popped into that deeper area.
Well, it's tough to shake off that bogey at the previous hole, especially when you hit a shot like that.
One under on the deck. Here at the 15th, a good drive, Frank, would be right down the middle. But the bad drive would be on a 17-mile drive. As scenic as it is, that's not where you want to be, is it? It's out of bounds.
Well, you can't afford to go right. You can't afford to pay for that real estate on the right either. So, yeah, anything down there. Unfortunately, it's a downhill tee shot. I know there's sort of 4 bunkers really down the left side, but really it's the pot bunker that has to be avoided.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. So the birdie not to be, and she'll brush that in for her par. Now the heart begins to race a little bit because you know you're playing one of the greatest finishing stretches in the entire sport of golf. Starting with a 16th, it's only 400 yards. If you can carry that island bunker, you can jumpstart your run. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there.
Should I get this game?
Stop on the green. Coming out of the thick stuff, it's not quite overspin, but it's the next best thing. That was motor.
I have been thinking about it.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. I love it. It's like the old Tiger Woods where you can do the power-ups and all the shits. Yeah, it's really good. It's way better than the other one. It's better than 2K23.
That's okay, but
Like I say, my mic's on. It's like the old school Tiger Woods from back in the day and shit.
It's definitely outside the leather.
Yep, nicely done. Not what she was hoping for, I know, but she might consider herself fortunate
All
to
right.
just get away with a bogey.
17th hole here at Pebble Beach, all about history and all about beauty.
How much was it?
I don't know. I got EA Play, and it's free if you got that. It's like $6 a month or $40 for the year.
The green is like a figure 8 on a 45-degree angle. On the left side, it's a much longer carry.
I don't know. I may have bought this one. I can't remember, but you get it on the EA Play.
That bunker and stop in time. On the right side, you can see you go with a shorter club, and the target is bigger.
That seems good.
Yeah, you get hockey. You get a bunch of all the sports games if you like sports games. Oh, I didn't hit that good.
That ball went straight down into the heavy rough. Gonna need to chop this one out. A second to the par 3.
Yeah, it's really fun, even though it don't look. I've been playing with Jack Nicholson the whole time, and then I decided to use a character. To say the putt's the same way, you know. I hit that too hard, but
Just gonna sneak on by. So a drop shot right there, and now at 1 over par for the day. Well, you're not just playing the 18th hole at Pebble Beach, are you? You're taking a moment to soak it all in. Stand on that tee box, look out at the Pacific Ocean, think about what's happened here, who's played this hole, who's made history here, and then you let it rip. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there.
Oh, such a sweet 3-wood. Actually too good, if anything. It just flew through the air. And a little unlucky that first bounce. That was like rock hard.
Oh, man, I messed that up.
Yeah, that's a good putt there. It's a birdie at 18. And that will close out an even par round of 72. You know, Frank, you look at that card, 7 circles on there representing 7 birdies. That is some pretty good playing.
Oh, it certainly is, Rich. Fun to watch.
EA Sports coverage of the world of golf brings us to the place where it all began. They've been playing golf here since the 15th century on the old course at St. Andrews. Rich Lerner up in the tower, pleased to be joined as always by Frank Novelo. And Frank, we cannot talk about the old course without talking about bunkers. 112 of them in all. We know they can derail around. So what's the key to avoiding them?
You just mentioned it, really avoid those bunkers. They're beautifully positioned. You know, if they're downwind, you'd be surprised. The ball can run 60 or 70 yards. So you might be wondering why that bunker's down there, and then all of a sudden you find it. So just keep your eyes open. But yeah, hey, it's a beautiful walk, and that's really the way golf was invented and should be played, especially at St. Andrews. That head cover on the driver might just be an ornament today. I think we're going to see a lot of 3-woods.
So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. Now, from long range, this for birdie. What a putt. Just missed, Frank.
That's Kroll. So that about as stress-free a start as you can have. It's a par here at the first.
Moving now to the 411-yard par 4 second, featuring the first of the old course's double greens. Best to work a little left off the tee to avoid gorse and bunkers on the right. The ideal spot is just to the right of Cheap's bunker. Now from New Zealand's North Island and the seaside Tara Iti Golf Club, this is EA Sports' continuing coverage of the world of golf. With the native son of New Zealand, one of the Kiwi golfing legends, Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner. Frank, this oasis of a golf course opened back in 2015, so it wasn't around when you were rolling through this country's amateur events, but what are a couple of keys to playing well here?
Fighting the conditions. New Zealand's renowned for having 4 seasons in a day. So if you think you're going to be playing dome-like conditions, you're not. But the course is built for that. So just embrace a little bit of a wind change, maybe during the course of the day. Be very aware where it's coming from, because that's really what you have to negotiate.
So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. Iona Stephen is at the first green. This for birdie.
Now, it would be tempting to leave this one short. You can worry so much about the break that you forget to hit it. Demands a firm stroke.
Yeah, tough to get that all the way up the slope, but that's not too bad from there. Okay, pretty routine par here at the first, and a good way to get the round underway. Now to the second at 173 yards. It doesn't take long to notice the distinguishing aspect to this hole. It is that pot bunker, a la the 6th at Riviera, rather inconveniently situated in the back center portion of the green. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now second to this par 3. Okay, no damage there. Back-to-back pars to get the round going. On to the third at 446 yards. On a clear day, you feel like you could see all the way to South America. But when the clouds and fog shroud the barrier islands beyond, it's like something out of an adventure movie. As for the hole itself, beware that any shot that hugs the left side of the fairway could leave you with a blind approach over a large mound. That will do just fine. Second shot forthcoming from the left side of this fairway.
That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
So an exhale there. Tapping par set up by the great chip from off the green. Now to Tara Edie's fourth. This is one you look forward to. A par 4 at just 340 yards. Off the tee, you'll need to avoid a small, sandy, brush-filled area in the middle of the fairway. But if you do, you'll have a better than average chance of getting something close to or even on this sloped green.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
Well, it's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
This is a 13-footer.
Good read there. Definitely good speed, and that just skips a foot or so by.
So it's another par. That's 4 in a row to start out the round.
Up next, a par 5 as we reach the 5th hole. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Surgeon's touch right there. Well done to run that in for a birdie.
To the 6th hole now.
That works.
Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay III.
150 yards to the hole, coming off a birdie at the previous hole, looking to go back to back.
Another example of her excellent balance and timing, and that's a good shot.
Iona, this a birdie putt.
Well, they often say it's the toughest putt in golf. There's not a lot to it. I think you can take dead aim.
Yeah, that's not too bad from that far back. So close to a birdie, but she'll be left shaking her head as she finishes that for a par. Continuing on with this front side, we head to the par 4 7th. This looks really good. What a display of power and precision off the tee. On the green here on the par 4 in 1. There following the monster drive, and it's an eagle 2 here at the par 4. On the tee box, ready to go at the par 4. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. Second shot upcoming with that pin tucked in the front left. That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game. Way too good, I must say. That was just smashed. Yeah, sizable putt left.
This is a 23-foot putt.
Nope. So this 8th hole can jump up and bite you, and it does here. It's a bogey 5. One more par 4 to get through on this front side as we come to the par 4 ninth. Maybe some frustrations taken out there after that last hole. It was a big swing, and it is going to be a big result. From the fairway, Nota, her second coming up.
She's left herself with 153 yards to the hole, looking to make up for that drop shot with a birdie here.
No, it's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
Yep, that's nicely done. It's a birdie here at the ninth. And that's going to be a 3 under 33 on this front side.
Hole number 10 as we get set for the back 9.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. The tee shot left her here on the par 3. Now a long one for her second.
Had to take the boxing gloves off on that one. No touch whatsoever, and this is a long, long putt coming back.
Step this one off at 30 feet.
To the list of great putts today. That one a beauty to save par. A par 5 coming up next as we reach the 11th hole. I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. Now, after the big drive, this a good distance here for a second to the par 5. What a good shot that is. Home and 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. There may be a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Oh, man, the putter is working now. That is back-to-back eagles, a rarity in the world of golf. That's right in the pocket. Now, watch this gravity take over here. That's going to come on down the slope. Wow, really well done.
And that's a good approach shot, too. Just a little left of the hole, but a good chance for birdie.
Now this for another birdie.
And an ideal look here, just moving slightly to the left.
The line. Perfect there. And that's in for a birdie. 13th hole coming up. It is a par 4. This from about 10 feet. Pretty good read there. Definitely good speed, and that just skips a foot or so by. So the birdie not to be, and she'll brush that in for her par. And to the 14th hole. All right, in the fairway.
Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Nope, that is never up, never in, taken to the extreme. What's happened on this hole already? That is just not fair. Okay, so after a strong front side, things not quite as rosy on the back. That one in for double bogey.
Looking for one good clean strike of the golf ball here at the par 3.
All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up.
15 feet away.
Oh, the pace was spot on. That ball somehow just decided not to go down. So close to a birdie, but she'll be left shaking her head as she finishes that for a par. 3 holes remain as we come to the par 4 16th. Ooh, some big drives today. That might be the biggest of the bunch. Okay, not particularly close, but a chance for the putter to do its thing. Well, Iona's had a good look. Now this for birdie.
Yeah, it's a long putt, so pace is important, but there's not a whole lot to it. I fancy the chances of getting this close.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. So the birdie not to be, and she'll brush that in for her par.
On the 17th hole, ready to play.
Well, they played it safe, but that's okay there on the front part of the green. Gonna have to be a little careful with this one. It's for birdie. Yeah, not quite a gimme, but that's pretty good. So close to a birdie, but she'll be left shaking her head as she finishes that for a par. Our final hole here, a long one as we close out the round with the par 5 18. Nothing to fault there, safely in the fairway.
This par 5 green is well protected. That's two good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Yeah, it's a birdie at the last. And that will finish off a very solid round. 5 under 66. So that's the story from magical Taraiti. And now Frank. Now from the southern city of Memphis, Tennessee, and TPC Southwind, this is EA Sports coverage of PGA Tour Golf. With Frank Nobilo by my side, I'm Rich Lerner. Frank, as weekend golfers know, there's always part of your game that you're focused on. So I'll ask the question, what are you going to be looking at here today?
Tee to green, Rich. I know people always say putting's important. I'm not going to say it's overrated, but tee to green. If you want to play good golf day in, day out, fairways greens. That's the secret.
We'll be getting after just the par threes here today, and the first one we encounter will be right here at the par 3 fourth. Yeah, not sure if that was a mishit or just a miscalculation, but that comes up well short and is into the hazard. So it's back to the tee, and now this will be her third to the par 3. What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Okay, good job to limit the damage as that's in for a bogey. The 8th hole now at TPC Southwind, 171 yards here for this par 3. It is a fairly straightforward hole, but 3 bunkers surround this long and narrow green, ready to gobble up anything that comes their way. Okay, that one's dancing. We turn to Notavigay III for this look at birdie.
And this is one where you just got to keep the hand steady and the wrist quiet, making sure you get it started on line.
Got it there, but not quite on target. So the birdie not to be, and she'll brush that in for her par. Heading now to perhaps the most famous hole here at TPC Southwind, the 162-yard par 3 11th, smaller version of the famous 17th hole, the island green at TPC Sawgrass. Short iron to the island green is the call here, avoiding that small pot bunker guarding the front edge of the green. And that gonna wind up on the green. This will be a 14-foot putt here. There, right down Beale Street, and that is in for a birdie. Well, here we are at 14, and this is a hard hole, this par 3. It's 239 yards. It is a full carry over the water to that undulating green. You absolutely have to have your best shot right here. Now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
line may have been a little more sunken in than we had thought, but all in all, not a bad shot out of the bunker. Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. So, Frank, another round in the books, and that was an entertaining day at the golf course.
Rich, I still can't believe they pay us to do this.
Till next time, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Rich Lerner. This has been a presentation of EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. So long, everybody. As noted in its logo, first opened in 1919. There's a look at the beautiful Pebble Beach golf links here on the captivating Monterey Peninsula. Rich Lerner, so pleased to be joining you here today, and by my side in the tower, as always, is Frank Nobilo. And Frank, when I look to my right over the Monterey Peninsula toward the Pacific Ocean, I always think this is what they mean when they sing from sea to shining sea. Pebble Beach never does disappoint.
It has to be on everybody's wish list. I don't really care what level of your standard of play is. The best players in the world want to play here, and I have friends really that just took up the game, for example, like a year ago, and that's always where they want to go. Can I get a round at Pebble Beach?
Oh, the hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand and a good chance to save par. So close to a birdie, but she'll be left shaking her head as she finishes that for a par.
Frank, the seventh tee is almost spiritual. You just want to hit a little baby wedge that kisses the clouds and drops softly on that green, and then you want to stare out at the Pacific just with a whole lot of gratitude.
Yeah, when I first played at Rich, I couldn't help but be sort of in love with the beauty of the surrounds. Plus, I couldn't believe how short the hole was. And I thought, well, this is sort of, you could almost throw it on the screen. And then I played it on a windy day.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
Unable to judge the wind right off the tee. Ball might be plugged. Still has a shot.
Yeah, look out. Kind of sculled that one, and that's going to be over the green and into the rough. So after escaping the bunker, this a third try at getting on this par 3. That's how you salvage a hole. Things were going a little sideways, right? But boom, in the hole from off the green, and that is a welcome par. This 12th hole certainly not as famous as some of the other par 3s here at Pebble Beach, like number 7 or 17. But 12's a good one at 202 yards. Ideally, you want to work this right to left, just a baby draw, and try to get it to land softly because the green tends to be really firm. Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand, and that race is right on by. Just going to sneak on by. One over for the day. From Jack, the 1972 U.S. Open, to Tom Watson, the same championship, 1982. A 182-yard par 3 penultimate hole at Pebble Beach has provided historical drama time after time. is a good-looking pass out of the bunker right there. Got that to stop in a good place, leaving just a few feet for par. So the birdie not to be, and she'll brush that in for her par. So yet another wonderful day at Pebble Beach. Though, Frank, it's not finished yet, though the sun is beginning to set. You and I are heading to Carmel for dinner tonight. What time you want me to pick you up?
6:45, my man. The sun should be just setting by there this time of the year. And, of course, the big decision is, do we go to the whaling station?
Now, from Augusta National Golf Club in Augusta, Georgia, EA Sports so proudly presents this step on the road to the Masters. Rich Lerner, so pleased to be joined by Frank Novelo. And Frank, the setting here at Augusta National, as always, is ideal. You could just sort of sit and watch and soak it all in. But you have to get out there and play. So what are the keys to being successful here?
Getting used to the uphill and downhill lies. And you see that on what is regarded really as the most perfect par 5 ever created. That's 13. Because if you hit a nice tee shot, you're going to go for that green across the tributary of Rays Creek, then you better used to be having the ball above your feet. And, of course, then you get to 16, and I'm going to steal a line from the great Vern Lundquist. Yes, sir. And yes, sir, you know you're playing a beauty.
That one a little too far right on the opening tee shot into the large bunker right of the fairway here at hole number 1.
Look out. I mean, that one came out jalapeno hot, Frank.
Using all the real estate, and now really got the work cut out to get down in 2 putts.
Yeah, that's a nice putt. Getting it there up the hill was half the battle. This got there just a little wide of the mark. So a bit of a disjointed start. Ball ends up in a bunker off the tee, and that leads to an opening bogey. Now to the second 575-yard par 5 down the hill here at Augusta National. One of 2 5s on this first 9. This is a place where you can make something happen and jumpstart your round. That is so well done, just generating so much torque through the swing, high launch angle. That was just about perfect. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Yeah, that's a good par save there. Would have hated back-to-back bogeys, but it is a par here at the second. Onward now to the classic 350-yard par 4 third hole here at Augusta National. Best probably to hit short of the 4 fairway bunkers and then have a full shot into this green, which slopes right to left. Solid, good drive in the fairway. Yeah, that's a good putt. Had a few troubles there around the green, but it will wind up being a par. Next up, the stout par 3 fourth here at Augusta National, measuring 240 yards. Middle to long iron is the play here, but accuracy is key with the 2 bunkers protecting the front of that green. This fourth green is a tough one to hit, and that one going to wind up a bit too long. Now this, her second into this par 3. So that one runs by. Still some cleanup work to be done.
Certainly from that short of a distance, that leaves more of a putt than you want.
Yep, nicely done. Not what she was hoping for, I know, but she might consider herself fortunate to just get away with a bogey. We move now to hole number 5, Magnolia, a par 4 at a stout 495 yards. Avoiding the 2 deep bunkers left of the fairway is a must, but a sloped green full of little hollows makes getting an approach to birdie range no small feat. No issues here. That is into the fairway. And that will run all the way through the green and into the back bunker here at hole number 5. Yeah, that lie may be a little too difficult. This is on the green, but not anywhere near the hole. Yeah, from that far away, anything inside of 5 feet is pretty darn good. Have to try to get a hold of this round. It is getting away. 3 over par after another bogey. We make our way now to the 180-yard par 3 sixth, second par 3 on the first 9 here at Augusta. Elevated tee looks down on a 2-tiered undulating green that will absolutely test you. And that one not on the green, but not a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Yeah, good bounce back par there. Still time to get this round turned around, and that won't hurt a bit. On to hole number 7. It is a par 4 at an even 450 yards in length. Anything into the pine trees running the length of the fairway can oftentimes lead to a bogey or worse, with the 3 front bunkers preventing any thoughts of running one up to the green. Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yes, we have 140 yards left to the flag. And the pin, it's in the front portion of the green.
That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunkers. Gonna have to try and give this a good thump to fly it to the hole. Okay, that should be inside of 10 feet. Not too bad. From about 8 feet. Got that up too high, and it didn't want to come back. Okay, so that's one where you just want to bite that putter in half. A short miss on the green is going to lead to a 3-putt double bogey. So where the second hole, the par 5, is considerably downhill, the 8th is up the hill. You can certainly make an eagle here, but it requires 2 good shots and maybe a little luck. If you play it off the right, it'll kick down and leave you within eagle range. Oh, that is squeezing every inch of distance out of the golf swing. That was as powerful as you're going to see. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5. Well, just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
That's an aggressive layup, really trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's 2 good shots if you can't reach the par 5. Close to a birdie, but she'll be left shaking her head as she finishes that for a par.
Par 4 ninth is intriguing here at Augusta National. This is where you can see just how hilly the golf course is. It may not show up on television that way, but you can certainly feel it as you make your way up to this ninth green. Left. And that ball absolutely walloped. That is a big drive there. After a good tee shot, Iona, this her second.
122 is the number, and that pin, well, it's back left today.
Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away. Boy, it's been one of those days. You think the golf guys are against you. So, a tap in here. It's a bogey at the ninth. And that's going to mean it's a 42 for the first nine. That is 6 over par. Start of the second nine here at Augusta National is also the start of a difficult stretch. These two par 4s, 10 and 11, all you want, and then you get up to that challenging little par 3, 12.
And that's an excellent tee shot. Actually took the corner of the dog leg on. And the payoff, a slightly flatter lie and a better angle into this green that tips to the left.
Well, not as close to the pin as you'd like, but when you find greens in regulation on a regular basis, you're going to have a chance. How about the speed here? Are you kidding? That is exceptional from that distance. That is worth a wow. Still no circles on the card as of yet, as that's in for par. On now to the second hardest hole in Masters history, the 520-yard par 4-11. It's been noted that the great Bobby Jones always wanted there to be a wide gap between a good tee shot and a bad one. Thus, in keeping with that spirit, this hole was lengthened 15 yards back in 2022. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. The kickoff to Eamon corner. This, their second at 11.
Standing ovation for that. She made just such a good pass at that. Hit it right out of the middle of the bat. Tremendous shot.
Good putt. And it's in for a birdie. Welcome to the 155-yard par 3 12. Maybe the most famous par 3 in the world. Hogan's Bridge, Rays Creek. You're familiar with all the names. A bunker in front of the green and two behind. Club selection and trying best as you can to gauge the wind. Absolutely critical. Well, that's going to be on the left portion of this 12th green, but with a hole on the other side, that's only okay off the tee. This one, whew, right around 70 feet away, though it is for birdie. Look at this putt. That is something special right there. From that far away to gauge that speed, that is so well done. So the birdie not to be, and she'll brush that in for her par. Hole number 13. This is regarded by most as the greatest par 5 in the world. Why? The risk-reward that's involved and all the history that's been written here at this wonderful hole. That is poetry in motion right there. What a golf swing and a big drive as well. thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
Okay, on the green, but that's going to leave a putt that will get your attention. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And if you've ever used a putting mat as a holiday gift, this is the putt. Slightly up a hill and dead straight.
Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. So close to a birdie, but she'll be left shaking her head as she finishes that for a par. This 14th hole at 440 yards is a good one. The real challenge here is the green. Two-time Masters champion Ben Crenshaw considered this to be one of the most difficult in golf. And that will fall to earth and wind up in the second cut. So a second shot coming up here from a long way back. Ooh, that's where the wayward previous shot will cost you. Failed to reach the green from the rough, and now it's time to scramble. Not going to be easy. That one was running so hot.